Good morning, everybody. We're going to get right started, right into this today. Starting with the first match of the day between Butch Barba and Jeremy Jones. I'm Daniel Busch, sitting here with Don McClelland. And you're watching POVPOOL. We are at the 23rd Annual Andy Mercer Memorial Tournament here in Las Vegas on Tropicana Avenue at the Rum Runner Lounge. Welcome, everybody. This is going to be a long day. And we're going to have two long days.
Are we flipping or lagging for the break?
Right after that. So, enjoy the show. How you doing, Don?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'll tell you, I feel better on a physical level than I have in years, and right now I feel about as confident as I have in a long time.
That's right. You're in this. For those who don't know Don, he's a very good player out of Southern California. Who has cashed in many events. Actually, you did well in the Rum Runner several times, haven't you?
Yeah.
Did you smoke while you're playing?
The very first one they had here, it wasn't called the Andy Mercer Memorial. Andy was alive back then. They didn't really keep a record of it that first year, but back then it was called the Spring Classic, or Spring Open for the Rum Runner, and they filled the field. They had some best players at that time from Southern California and Arizona and Nevada, and I cashed in at third place behind Ishmael Paez and Joe Salazar. If I remember correctly, I played Joe for the hot seat and lost a hill match, and then I lost to Morrow after that, and I think Morrow went on to win that in the finals. I think my Calcutta at that time went for $20, and I think I won something like $900 in the Calcutta. And then I forget, I think I won like $500 for third place. It's come up quite a bit since then.
Well, good. So you have you qualify to be sitting in this booth with me. That's for sure. And it's good. It's great to have you here. Now we're going to have Jeremy Jones playing Butch Barba. Butch Barba also from Southern California. He plays mostly out of Hard Times Billiards and Bellflower. Also likes to play a little bit of golf. I have to make a spelling correction because it's actually Butch Barba with a B, not with a V. So.
Good catch.
Good catch. So, what do you think? Do you think this is okay? All of the camera angles, everything. You think it's going to work out?
You're doing an outstanding job. I see you have a nice overview of what is it, two tables there. You got a part of what's that, table 3. Two, I'm not sure.
Yeah, we've got a two shot.
3 and 4. We have other matches going on right now. Walter Glass is on table 4. I think on table, what is that, table 3? Table 4 we have Tracy. Fred Boggs is an outstanding player out of Las Vegas. Greg Harada is one of our local favorites in Southern California. Outstanding player, and he's done really well in this. If I remember correctly, he got, what was it, second last year, I think?
Really?
Yeah. Greg's is one of the great up-and-coming players from Southern California. Hard Times plays mostly out of. And he's played in the U.S. Open at least once, I know, maybe twice. I don't remember if he cashed or not. But he's well respected right now as one of the top young guns that's coming up.
Well, here we go. We got the flip here. This is the beginning of a match between Jeremy Jones and Butch Barba. First match of the 23rd Annual Andy Mercer. Jeremy Jones, considered like one of the best all-around players.
I believe so. Yeah.
One of the best. There are many all-around players that are good.
Of course.
What's up, Murphy?
He's been around quite a while, and very, very well respected pool player. Knows all the games extremely well, especially 9-ball and 1 pocket.
I'd just like to remind people, please share your status on Facebook or social networks. This event will be going on for 3 days. And right now, this is a monster match. Butch Barba with the break. And there are some rule adjustments in this tournament that you were discussing earlier.
Yeah, like everything has to be, all the breaks must be from the break box. And the 9 is racked on the spot instead of the 1 ball. If you're familiar with the European rules, that's part of those. Yeah, the outpool tracks. Jeremy Jones is more than capable of putting 6 together. He put a lot more than that together, in fact, on the bar box. That was an unfortunate miss on with the Barbas. Side, Gary riding the one, unfortunately. I might have been elected to play safe behind the 3-ball in that shot. Especially in the very, very beginning of a match, nerves are a little tight. You want to play conservative in the beginning in certain shots until you can kind of catch a stroke. When you get an opportunity, sometimes it helps to let your stroke out, but you got to be very careful.
Hey, Oscar, how's it going, buddy?
Over here. Over here. This side. Give me a...
You got something, I think. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's an outstanding video feed. I really like the job that Daniel's doing here. Always does it well, really well. That was an outstanding speed control shot right there. Very accurate running around the 6 like that. I'm a little short on this. He might want to pump the 6, I'm not sure. He might be able to try and kill a 2-ball. It's hard to tell from this angle. Banks it. Outstanding.
What's that? I would have attempted to hit it with inside too.
He banks so well, his bank pool game is like calm, right?
No matter where they are.
Other than the bank shot, it's pretty much a textbook out here. He played very well.
Well, this is going to make it 1-0, if I'm not mistaken.
Side pockets are a little on the generous side. All the pockets are on the generous side, so that's why
And Butch approaching the table. They're using a magic rack. There we go. Loser racks.
Another variation of what the runner used to do, they used to use the Sardo rack, and they used to have a ref that racked all of the racks. Now the opponent is racking because they're using the magic rack. And you can pretty much trust your opponent with the magic rack. It's hard to go wrong, but it's still recommended to to check it out. There still could be slugs. Now, a slug is a gap in between balls. It's a colloquial term that pool players use when there's a gap in between any of the balls. You want to look for those, especially in the top 3 balls, because of course you have to hit the 1 ball. You want to make sure all 3 of those balls are frozen to each other. The rest, if there's a little bit of looseness, the rack might actually break better. Yeah. He was unsuccessful with that one. So you'll probably see an adjustment in his next break.
Incidentally, I just want to remind viewers that all of the statistics and performance analysis of these streamed matches can be reviewed on pooltracks.net. Check out pool-tracks.net, and you can see real-time performance analysis of these matches that we're streaming for the next 3 days as part of a lifetime player statistics and performance analysis database on the Pool Tracks website. Definitely check out pooltracks.net. Big thanks to Don Espinoza.
Now, as you guys can see, Busch might be struggling a little bit with his 3 ball. What they might have to do is draw the cue ball and try and spin up past the 3 and shoot it down the same corner the 2's in. We'll see. Yeah, elected to break it out. Which,
you know, I think that was actually a pretty good bump, considering.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse. He could have bumped it right next to the 7. I personally would have tried to miss the 3 and get like get an angle to make the 3. It's almost always dangerous to hit a ball in 9 ball when it's not necessary. He's in a little bit of a trouble there. He might have to play it safe. I'm going to try to keep my voice down so as not to distract the players. As you know, pool players can hear everything. Yeah, he does keep it. He does continue to make it hard on himself, but he's probably a little nervous playing it. One of the top players in the nation.
Well, he's left himself difficult.
Yeah, my guess is he's going to play it safe. It'd be very, very reckless to try and cut that inside to yourself.
He's going for it. He's going to miss it too. But he played it. He played it on a 2-way.
Yeah, he did, but he might have got a little lucky on the 2-way. The thing is that Jeremy's probably going to come back with a save here. It'll be interesting to see how he handles this thing. Probably kick it. Steady behind the 5. No, you could see it. I couldn't tell from my angle. You could see the whole ball. Looks like he has a fairly easy shaped shot on the 6. It should be out from here without question.
Well, that'll make it really 2 missed opportunities for Butch. know.
Yeah, it was reckless for him to try and make that ball. He was supposed to play safe. It's pretty cut and dry. Notice he was worried about getting dead straight in, and even if he was straight in, he has enough of a stroke to just casually draw back with English, get on the 8. Which is probably what he's going to do right now. Perfect. Last pocket 9 ball. Maybe not.
Oh no, he's just, you know, he's not going to have any problem.
Oh no,
it's kind of.
He's going to walk through this match, I think. That's my opinion.
Well, he's not going to get out of line. I don't think he's going to get out of line much, and that's basically what Butch has to not do too, and that's what he's doing though.
He's immediately acclimated himself to the table. Notice how quickly the pros adjust to the speed on the table.
Yes.
It's from hours and hours and hours and hours of playing. You get familiarized with the table you're playing on. This table was 5 times slower, and he would adjust to it immediately, within a matter of minutes.
Now, what was his break before? It was a head, basically a straight break,
it was a
right?
break, but I don't think he liked the. Obviously, he didn't like the result. It came up dry. So we're going to see probably.
We're going to see something different. Yeah.
Yeah, he may break from a different spot. He might adjust the speed. He might do both. Or he might cut it less, cut it more. There's so many different options right now. These guys are incredibly instinctive when it comes to their break. Now the 9 doesn't count if one of the rules is the 9 doesn't count if it goes in the bottom pocket, either bottom corner pockets. It's going to be respotted. That's another adjustment to the rules for the rum runner now. So you're not going to see quick matches in that regard. He's hooked on the 1, but he's probably going to mass this around 6, catch the rail, make the 1, spin up for the 2. He doesn't even have to mass Bear with us because we don't have an ideal angle to see everything here. Perfect speed.
That's exactly how I would have tried to play that
Maybe
shot.
not.
Ooh.
I was wrong.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
He sort of cut the one.
Huh?
He cut the 1 a little too thin, I think.
Yeah, it was a speed. It was purely a speed thing. But I was laughing at myself, and he gave me a dirty look. I wasn't laughing at his shot at all. That was my mistake. See, that's why I gotta keep it on the down low here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna definitely try to. You know, the Rum Runner is a very small venue, guys. It was I'm taking a big chance being here.
No, you're doing an outstanding job.
So we're going to try the best to the best of our ability for the next three days. You know, just to try to
3 days is
stay
some
out
of the
of the
best
way.
par pool you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Oh, that was close.
Well, he tried to kick, to make it.
Yeah, he was actually he would have preferred
maybe to tie it up to that 4 ball.
Hook, yes, because getting shape on the 3 would have been difficult for him at that speed.
Yeah.
My guess is he was trying to thin the 4, then the 2 into the 4, and run the cue ball near the 8, which would have had a tough shot.
What's happening? What's happening?
No, he's just looking. He's looking at where he wants to be. For a second there, I thought
he was going to shoot the 3. Yeah,
he's
he's planning. He's planning.
He doesn't like.
He's lining up the 2-9. This is a bad. Well,
I would consider this a very bad choice. It's just me.
he's nervous.
Yes, he's nervous.
This is not Butch, because Butch usually knows what to do.
What often happens with pool players, this is a psychological game, but what does happen with pool players is when they get nervous, sometimes they try to end the game soon.
Yeah.
And in their mind, that's a calming effect. But in effect, it's an extremely bad choice. He's making the right choice here. I personally would have shot it inside the closer. You might have more control with the cue ball than you are when you're that close to an object ball. He's going to take a nice little finesse.
He's made this very difficult, Don.
Yeah. Yes, then just make sure he escapes the side pocket.
He had a lucky bump on the 5. That was good.
Yeah.
That was very good.
That could have been disastrous.
Very good for him.
This is a tricky little speed shot, too. He's got 2 corner pocket options here. He almost didn't get it. And he is making it tough, for sure. You know what I should do? I should be making comments based on the screen and not what I'm seeing on the table.
No, actually, you should be commenting on what you see on the table.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. I'm not used to this time delay.
No, you're doing it right.
I am.
Sweat the match, not the computer. It's called latency. There's a little bit of latency on the.
Is it your screen, or are they seeing what you're seeing?
No, the viewers get a little bit of a delay as well. So.
Not as much.
I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah.
Butch is really.
He's struggling, but there's no question he's nervous.
He's going to give this match away when he really was. He was looking at some pretty easy patterns.
Yeah.
Even this one just now.
The patterns were not well thought out. I don't even like calling it patterns. That worked out gratuitously.
Yeah, sure did.
I don't consider them patterns in 9-ball. Some people call them patterns. I call 8-ball patterns. What I call 9-ball is more of looking for the right angles to get out. If you find the optimum angle to get in position from one ball to the next, you're going to get out. You're going to run out.
Yeah. Jeremy playing the short side of the 8 here.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah.
Notice the speed control is flawless.
Yeah. Butch Barba's son is here too, JD, and I didn't know he had. I mean, Butch has I think he's about a 23-year-old kid, JD.
Really?
His son, yeah, he's sitting right over there, looking at his iPhone, probably.
Let's see what's going on the other side here. Walter Glass, 2-2 with Randy Cooklow.
Also, I want to thank a few people that helped to make this event possible. I'd definitely like to thank Max Eberly of the Pro Pool Academy, who did me the great service of hosting me at his home for a couple of days. I really appreciate your help, and I definitely want to thank him. He's a true friend and a great pool player. He's also in this event, so I wish you luck, Max. And I'd like to thank the Vegas Billiard Buzz for their help in getting the word out about this tournament. Check out the VegasBilliardsBuzz.com, and they have forums, everything pool, on the Las Vegas scene. And this event is also sponsored by Kamui Tips and the APA in Orange County, Vicky Wade's American Pool Players Association. In the Orange County area for California, the largest APA league in California, if not in the country.
It is one of those. I think they have 1,300 members.
Yeah, the largest APA league in the country, owned by Vicky and her mom, Carol Wade, and the Wade family. I want to thank you for your support of this stream. It wouldn't be able to make this possible without the APA being involved.
They actually have me as their official pool instructor.
That's right, Don. I apologize. That completely slipped my mind. So it seems only fitting that you're sitting here right now. So Butch is just running into trouble every shot. Every shot he's running into trouble.
A little bit farther.
Maybe like 8 more inches.
Yeah, there you go.
Just so that we can sweat it.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, we're on TV.
Busch has got a difficult 2-rail kick shot here. I personally go for 1-railer only because it's easier. 2 rails adds more to the complexity of the kick shot. You have to factor in spin, running English. He was looking at the 2-railer only because the angle coming into the 4 would be more direct. For popping it, but I don't like that. I like the I like the angle coming in on a 1-rail kick anyway. Much easier to gauge, especially with these rails. The rails on diamond tables are typically a lot faster than other bar tables. Much faster, actually. And the rails here at the moment are very fast.
Well, I was playing a couple of banks just the other day, just practicing like practicing 2-railers, you know. Boy, they were springy as heck, you know. They're really hard for me to play on.
Yeah, they shorten up.
They do shorten up a lot.
They shorten up quite a bit, and that's typical of fast rails. The faster the rail, the shorter the bank.
Yeah.
So you really have to make an adjustment. It's almost like playing on a whole different kind of pool table, and that's exactly what it is. It's a different pool. Speed's different. You're looking for shallower angles to get the same position than you normally would.
And it takes some getting used to as well. You know, it just takes a lot of getting used to.
If you played on, say, Bally's, like I did all my life for 30 or 40 years,
it's going to be, it's like night and day.
Oh my God. I struggled with the diamond tables when I first started playing on them. Unbelievable.
It's not to say that I don't love these tables. I mean, I absolutely do.
Once you get used to them, they're nice. Very nice.
Jeremy doesn't want to get too straight here. He needs a little angled float up table for the 8-ball, and he's going to be fine, I think.
Perfect. He's going to be fine. Yeah, my guess is he'll come off the rail a few inches just so he has a nice angle to get on the 9. Watch. Just a few inches there.
He's playing the short side of the 9 and doing it very well.
He even admitted
he's laughing. He's laughing because he did not mean to play the short side of the 9 like that.
You're supposed to smile when you do that.
And he was smiling, and he's smiling even more because it's now 4-0.
That's right.
Butch Barba is swimming way upstream right now.
Well, I'd be lying if I wouldn't say I'd be nervous too playing Jeremy Jones. So, gotta give Butch credit for being out here and playing in this tough field. Anybody who plays in these kind of conditions against this high-powered field, it's got to be admirable.
Notice he's breaking with an open bridge. You don't have to break as hard. You can get away with an open bridge on a break.
Yeah. He seems to have broken differently every time a little bit.
Yeah, making slight adjustments, but he has that leeway right now. He knows he's in a soft match, so he's experimenting a little bit.
Well, you know what's funny though is I didn't see him practicing at all yesterday. He was here yesterday.
You'll notice 90% of the top pros didn't practice or warm up at all. The ones that are just slightly insecure about their game, maybe put in a little bit more.
Well, are you sure about that?
I'm not all complete. Okay, for example,
I don't think they're insecure. I think they're just not general, like Max Eberle, Jason Shaw, Darren Appleton. Those guys. Well, Darren does, but they don't play bar box all the time, you know.
No, but they're outstanding bar pool players. I played against Max, and as an example, last time I was here, I put 5 on him in the race of 6, and the next thing I know is hill.
All right,
Actually, I'm sorry, I put 4 on him.
Look at this here. Butch has an opportunity. Butch has an opportunity to play this 2-ball kind of like rail first, maybe to make the 9, or he can elect to cut the 9 on the side. I mean the 2 on the side.
I would do what he's doing right now. I might even see what he's doing. He's trying to draw the 2-ball into the side rail with Kill English, and maybe come back and get on the 3-9.
See what he does. Well, he put some speed into it.
He didn't execute it the way he wanted to. So he wanted to hit about where that chalk is, or maybe a little bit farther towards the head of the table. And then with inside English, hit the end rail and then spin back. But he hit way too high, and that's why the cue ball came out over here. Now what he might try and do in this is draw the cue ball into the ground.
He fired the 3 in though, somehow. He went off the...
Not quite executed the way he wanted.
What did he do? He went off that went off the 4 and in the corner, didn't it?
Yeah. He's going to try and do the same here. He's going to try and drop back into the 9. It's a pretty simple shot.
Uh-oh, I switched cameras at the wrong time. My apologies, folks.
What was that?
I switched cameras at the wrong time, I believe.
Oh. Well, you know, Butch's body was in the way with us. You would have seen it on camera.
Yeah, but for those of you wondering, Butch just made that 9-ball. And so Butch Barba gets on the wire here against Jeremy Jones.
What other camera are you using?
4 games to 1. It's right over here.
No, I mean that's the main camera. But I mean, what was the camera you switched to?
Oh, to the main angle. So, anyway, guys, you're watching the Andy Mercer Memorial Tournament here, the 23rd of its kind at the Rum Runner Lounge. And we are in Las Vegas watching POVPOOL in our first match of this 3-day event between Jeremy Jones and Butch Barba from Southern California. We're sponsored this event by Kamui Tips and by the Orange County APA. And I definitely would like to thank Kamui Tips, John Bertone, and Vicky Wade and the Wade family of the APA Orange County for their support of this event. We're going to have a great 3 days.
Babysit my cue here.
It's also an honor to, you know, have some of these new players. For instance, Jeremy Jones is basically making his debut on my on this channel, on this stream.
Really? He's never been
I've never
POV?
never streamed Jeremy Jones.
Wow.
All right. Well,
You've been around for a while.
yeah. What do you like here? This is just a huge mess.
Walter Glass is doing well. Greg Harada is 3-3 in the race of 6. Close match over there. And Trace Key and Fred Boggs are 2-2 right now.
No, I believe it's 3-2 Trez.
Is it 3? Oh, there you go. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong part.
3-2 Trez against Freddie Boggs.
Interesting push. If you notice, he only left him a piece of the one. This takes tremendous finesse to thin one
And leave it to the rail.
leave it to the end rail and run the cue ball back around this garbage
And,
here.
you know, plus he's jacked up as well. So.
Yeah, the problem with this shot is missing the side pocket. You just got to make sure you miss the side pocket and your speed is right. That's how important this shot is. That's what he was worried about. He was worried about the side pocket. He executed it perfectly.
Look at that. Look
It
at
was
that.
well done.
It's funny how when people are, you know, down a significant amount of games that they finally show up to the match, you know.
Absolutely. And you'll be surprised. All of a sudden, there's a calmness knowing that you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
And that's very common in competitive situations. Jeremy will hit this ball. It's just a matter of where he hits it. Very well done. Now, if I were Butch, I would hit this one in a way to have it go behind the 3 and spin the cue ball behind the 5 with finesse. But my guess is he's probably going to try and cut it in. The risk there is not getting on the 2. He did get on the 2, but he missed the ball. There's percentages involved here. Percentage of making the ball, percentage of getting on the 2. You have to look at all those factors when you're shooting a shot like this. The match is too important and the race is too short to attempt shots like that. And that's just me.
They're having a little conversation, aren't they? Here. Not really sure. He wants somebody to look at it because he's asking him, like, you know, how are you going to hit this? Let me know.
Okay. No question, he's kicking at it, so I just wanted to find out what he was doing. Well hit. Extremely well hit. I can't tell from here whether the one is frozen. If it's frozen, it's a tricky shot. If it isn't frozen, he just wants to touch it.
No tengo el aire acondicionado. Ahora que me acordé que yo me debo traje como de crema.
You're absolutely right, Spanky 79. Butch does need to sit down between shots. It's normal pool etiquette, and most tournaments require it.
Yeah, he's looking a little comfortable there. You know,
well, the fact is, it's even in a gambling situation, it's considered rude and/or sharking to stand while your opponent is shooting. One thing I should let all you amateurs know is that you should always give your opponent respect and sit down in between shots. Always, especially in a tournament venue.
I think Jeremy could easily fade that though. You know,
Oh, he can fade
I know
it.
he's not worried.
Trust me,
He's not worried about it.
Still shooting himself. Very well.
For those of you just joining us in the chat room and in the audience, this is Daniel Busch. You're watching POVPOOL. I'm sitting here with Don McClelland of what town? What city?
I'm in La Habra,
In La
California.
Habra.
North Orange County is between Brea and Whittier.
Jeremy analyzing the situation.
Kick and hit the one. If he tries to come up underneath it, he might get it too shallow and sell out.
I think that's what he was just looking at was coming behind it and behind the 4 and the 8.
It's not far. I don't think it's far enough. We'll see.
Yeah, that's what I would have done. I would play like that. I probably wouldn't have played it so well.
Yeah, the reason that I do if the ball is, like, say, less than a ball width, maybe in that particular case it might have been half a ball width, there's a risk of hitting it too thin and just lining it towards the pocket. He obviously he did exactly where the people were trying to make sure he could hit it well. That was the one ball hitting this side. Otherwise he didn't have one.
Oh, really?
Very well.
Stand by, guys. We're having some audio issues. Are we okay now? Stand by, folks. I'm going to do some audio adjustments.
They're saying it's calling now. Driver drugs.
Actually, I stand corrected. The APA is actually the largest APA organization in Orange County.
It's one of the largest in the world.
It's the largest amateur pool league in Orange County.
They claim their membership is higher than anyone else's, including the BCA.
So my mistake, folks.
See, notice how Jeremy moved the knife for a better position to make it. He's not going to have. I don't think he's going to have any problem with any of these balls now. The 60s and the toss, just get all around.
And just take it three rails around, and he's fine.
These racks are way too easy.
Freddie Boggs now down on Trez Kane, 5-2. Trez is on the hill.
Trace can surprise just about anybody. He's outstanding. Got all the basic skills you need. And the 9 just went in the side and win.
Yeah, Trez takes it down with a 9 ball on the snap. Walter Glass up on.
Walter Glass is on the hill.
On Randy Kukla, 5-2.
Table 4, Dick Rice, Dave Gomez. Flip a coin, gentlemen.
And now we have Dick Rice and Dave Gomez playing on table 2. Meanwhile, back to Butch Barba versus Jeremy Jones. Jeremy now on the hill against Butch. It's 5-1 in a race to 6. And if you guys are just joining us, this is the very first match that we are streaming today of the 23rd annual Andy Mercer tournament 9-ball event here at the very small, cozy, but also awesome Rum Runner Lounge in Las Vegas.
This is my favorite venue to play in. It really is. I love this place. Always have.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it is the cigarette smoke. They allow cigarette smoke. That's the only thing I'm not too happy with. I know you're a smoker.
Well, it can still bother me too, but I actually do find this place a lot of very well ventilated for a smoking venue.
Yeah,
it is very well ventilated.
It's not anywhere near as bad as it was 20 years ago when I came back here 20 years ago.
I've found it pretty tolerable regarding, you know, I mean, even though I am a smoker, at least for now.
Beautiful finesse shot there. Very pretty. I like Jeremy Jones' game a lot. He's got such outstanding control on everything he does.
Well, this looks like
Notice the calmness in his stroke.
Yeah.
It's so smooth and relaxed. I mean, right now there's no pressure. It'd be interesting to see if there is virtually no change whether he's playing a world beater or an amateur. It doesn't matter. His stroke is very consistent all the way around.
Now he's playing millimeter perfect shape, you know.
Yep. Perfect position. Just about straight in on it. Maybe a little bit. And there you have it. Can I stick around for the next match?
Yeah, sure, Don. And that's it, for folks. The first match of the day between Butch Barba and Jeremy Jones. Jeremy Jones defeating Butch in a final score of 6-1. Butch really just taking all of his opportunities and kind of just having trouble getting in line this morning.
Yeah, know what it is. There was no question about it. There was nervousness that affected his game. You could see that. And it's tough to get such a tough match in the very beginning. Even the good players don't like to play. You have to like to have really tough matches to begin with. And it has a tendency to lean towards mental errors. When you have a tough match and you're a little more nervous than normally would, if you had a softer match, you would have seen Butch's real game, or at least closer to it anyway.
Yes, I agree, 100%. So with that, we are going to have our second match of the day. It will be Stevie Moore versus Mitch Ellerman from Arizona. So stay tuned. We're going to be right back. It's going to happen right now.